Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Real News Extra. My name is Fred. I'm the operations manager here at Relaw APC. And joining me today is the principal and founder of Relaw APC, Jennifer Felten. Hi, Jennifer. We've talked several times about the DOJ versus NAR case. How does the Supreme Court refusing to hear the appeal from NAR change the DOJ's ongoing investigation?
So the DOJ investigation actually started in 2020.
Yes.
So we're 5 years in
It's been a while.
This saga.
Yes.
And originally the DOJ and the National Association of Realtors entered into a settlement. But when the administration changed between the Trump administration and the Biden administration in 2021, there was a shift in philosophy and the DOJ attempted to withdraw from the settlement. NAR tried to uphold the settlement, and this has been in court since then.
Right.
And so it went through a trial court, it went through an appellate court. The appellate ruling happened in April of 2024. So in April of 2024, the appellate court said, we believe DOJ can continue to investigate, denying NAR's request to stop them from continuing to go after them because of the settlement. NAR appealed that to the United States Supreme Court, and in January, the Supreme Court denied NAR's appeal. So the DOJ is free to continue to go after the National Association of Realtors.
Got it. Thank you for that. If the DOJ does successfully eliminate broker compensation sharing, what changes do you foresee happening with how buyers and sellers are going to conduct real estate transactions?
So we are already seeing a change in how commission or compensation to real estate agents is being negotiated. That is actually not because of the DOJ lawsuit, but because of the civil lawsuits that have happened in this space. So the DOJ lawsuit, so the federal criminal investigation, put the idea that realtors were doing something wrong in the minds of class action lawyers who filed a lawsuit and successfully won a case against the National Association of Realtors. To settle that case, NAR agreed to no longer have cooperating commission on the MLS, so agents can no longer share and offer money through the MLS, and they agreed to require a buyer's broker to get a broker agreement before they could represent a buyer. So that has already happened.
Okay.
But that agreement did not prohibit Bob Broker from paying Mary Broker money, right? That sharing of compensation.
Right.
But that is what the DOJ, based upon the inquiries that they've made since they've been able to reopen their investigation, that's what we think is coming, that they are going to prohibit any sort of sharing. So in California, we're kind of already there.
Right.
Because when DOJ got the right to reinvestigate, they reached out to California Association of Realtors and said, you need to change your forms. And California Association of Realtors did. So Bob Broker cannot, on a car form, share commission with Mary Broker today.
Right.
They can still do it. It's not illegal, but they would have to do it outside of a standard car form. It's not available. Assuming the DOJ gets what they want, it won't even be a legal option. It will go away completely.
Got it. Okay. With the new administration potentially changing the leadership over at the DOJ, what are the chances you think the DOJ will stop such a hard push for commission reform?
So again, the original settlement back in 2020 was under a Trump administration.
Right.
He has put in new people, right? Like that isn't a maybe.
Got it.
He did not leave the Biden people in charge of the DOJ. He hasn't left the Biden people in charge of anything. But because those people, right, that same mentality are the people who negotiated the first settlement, could we end up back there? I don't think we're going to go all the way back. I'll say that.
Okay.
But whether they're going to keep this push and really push for this change and or more, right? We still don't really know what the DOJ's end game was. They were asking questions that were giving us clues, but we don't know what their end game was. That end game could totally be different now. And they could start going after something completely different with a new administration, with new eyes on this. So, this is a magic 8-ball moment of guessing. I don't think it'll get worse.
Okay.
Right? This administration is less concerned about kickbacks and antitrust than the prior administration. Their position is much more that businesses can manage themselves.
Right.
So I think we will see a more business-friendly solution.
Okay.
But what that'll ultimately look like, we probably got a year to wait and see.
See what happens. Okay. Well, thank you. And thank you for joining us on this episode of the Real News Extra. If you're enjoying this content, I invite you to click on like or subscribe, and of course, ring that little bell for future notifications. My name is Fred. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.